Politics. he's the best WWE politician besides JBL. Besides Hulk Hogan.
You failed to recognize Triple H.
Triple H.
Yeah, married into the family. You don't get any more political than that.
Not wrong.
Took over a kingdom.
Not wrong. Mine now. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. Just push Shane out of the way. He was like, I'm gonna go ahead and take this, bud. That's fine.
Fucking nerd. Go take care of your son who's playing football.
All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Growing Up Kayfabe. We are the yes and no, the yeet and no yeet of professional wrestling podcasting. I am your host, Joe, and my co-host, as always, Darnell.
This black man.
Just living his dreams.
I ain't living my dreams. Living my dreams would be no job, but I got plenty of money in the bank.
Some people's dream would
this would just be a bigger room. Hey, that's them. I got lucky. I got real fucking lucky. I'd probably be still delivering donuts at night, or I'd probably be dead. It's one of the two.
In just a bigger room, not a bigger anything else. Just a bigger room is in the dream. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, this would just be a bigger room. That's it.
Like a Kai Cenat level style room.
No, that's too big. That nigga he had the whole basement as a room, that's too much room.
I did not know that he was in the basement. I had no idea where he was at in the house.
Yeah, he was down in the basement.
That's crazy.
I get it, but nah.
Big, yeah, I could see that. It's crazy that whole them in New York right now. The fucking house they're at right now is so stupid. I don't know if you've seen any of that. The trap house that they're in. Trap house.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually. I feel like they might actually have a house up there that they obviously are just waiting for.
Yeah,
because I don't think they'd actually leave Atlanta.
No,
it's less congested than New York.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. Everybody's thinking it's everything's a gimmick with them, but I'm like, yeah, I think that basically they had what the story that they're saying is true. They had a house, it didn't work out. They got this on a scramble, and now they're probably gonna find a better house within the next few months. But Duke, mad as hell. Duke's so fucking pissed off. That's pretty much the only reason I'm keeping up with it is to see Duke's updates. I don't care what any of them. All I'm seeing right now is I guess his Phantom's being a fucking menace. Kai's just doing Kai stuff, and Duke's like, I hate everything.
Yeah, if it happens when you're a quiet dude, bunch of loud motherfuckers.
It really is. I was telling Reese some of my favorite shit. Like, there's highlights of it, of Duke just coming into their rooms at the Atlanta house and being like, hey, yo, you need to quiet the shit down. It's like 3 a.m. And then being like, what? We're streaming. And he's like, I get it. Cut it off.
I don't care.
Like, he's such a dad to all of them. He's like, yo, chill out. Oh, shit. Anyway, wrestling. Wrestling, am I right? Monday Night Raw. Let's start talking about Monday Night Raw. Well, how about Dom and Rhea recreating the Eddie and China segments?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
The best they could for that.
The best they could.
The only people who made that entire situation better was literally Damien and Jay.
So funny.
Because Damien was instigating every chance he got to Dom, and then Jay just showing up out of nowhere, just ecstatic, and hoping to confirm that Rhea was single and ready to mingle.
In front of Dom.
Take her down. Gonna take her out to Waffle House, which is obviously the best place to go for a first date.
I love that other side clip. Like she seemed like she'd probably get some chicken and stuff like that, something healthy. But I need my waffles and hash browns. Yeah. The Judgment Day runs Raw right now when it comes to segments. Amazing. And yeah, I mean, what made the segments with China and Eddie back then was Eddie, and Eddie being over the top with the begging. But with Dom, you're just going to get what you got. Mamacita. Mommy. Please. And it makes it funnier, the whole, everything okay? No, I think so. And then gives him the fucking dog thing. I think it's more complicated. You think Dom? Fucking stupid.
It's basically just making him a fucking kid.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to. It's I don't know how well that works out for his character, because it does kind of diminish him to push them up.
Nah, it's the other way around if they do it right, because Rhea and Liv are literally treating him like a toy.
Yeah.
And Liv did it the best way. She did it the like divorced mom way, where she's getting him all the shit he wants, and then helping his friends out and shit. And then now that Rhea's back, and she full on blaming him for like everything, and it's just like, bitch, get out of here. No, this man clearly is trying to get away from this other woman, and she's not letting up. You can't really fault him for that. That's on you for getting hurt by getting hit with some Looney Tunes ass chair in a fucking hallway. And hopefully, the way they could do it is Dom, like, they have their match or whatever, and Dom's just out there, obviously, because he's out there. Yeah. Basically a custody match. Basically. And then eventually he's just going to be like, nah, fuck the both of you. I'm not dealing with any of this shit. Then we got Grown Man Dom. And then, you got a mid-card title run there. And then you might push him up to the main card. I don't know. Maybe.
And then when Brock comes back in Royal Rumble,
he's never coming back.
Then we get Dom versus Brock.
Brock is the... he's not like anything. He's literally just a part-timer he's always been.
Right.
Just this time it's not but at his own like his own decision of being part-time. Like, bro literally can't be in there right now because they had a sick man, a sick demon, a deviant, if you will, as a boss 100%. For 40 fucking years.
Not if you ask the wife. You fucking heard the RNC thing being like, them asking, how's your family? We're great. Everybody's great. We're doing fine. Okay. I think you mean Stephanie and Paul are doing fine. And you specifically are probably doing fine. I think your son and your husband are struggling right now.
Idiots.
Dummies. Dummy. Yeah. Why Liv Morgan also run like a whore too? Like somebody who gets caught cheating. Like every time she runs from Rhea, she does like the little tiptoe skedaddle out of here. Yeah, I think you pointed that out last time. You were like, "Oh, she runs in heels. Oh, she is a hoe."
Shout out to the Boondocks. She clearly like it's not even like an innocent type of thing. Like it's like she knows what she's doing. Yeah. So it's like it's on par. It's perfect.
Smart.
Especially with how she did Dom this time, where he was on top and then she hit him with the roll. It's like a woman after my own heart. What the fuck? And then Rhea came out and she like looked up, got up, and actually dipped. She didn't wait this time because last week she like kind of waited.
Yeah.
And then got out of the ring and ran away.
This time on sound cue, I'm dipping.
Yeah, she got up and dipped.
Yeah, smart.
And then it's setting up super long term for Rhea and Jay. Because they've already had their run-ins quite a few times, even before he got to Raw. So that's what's funny.
Right. Yeah, I think that's going to be a very interesting thing for them to do with like incorporating them, but it's smart.
It's great because Jay is the WWE universe, basically.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Jay right now is that, like with Rikishi, like trying to push him harder and you can do whatever you want with Jay, but the thing is that everybody's got to remember that right now, whatever he's going to do will be cut off the second they do Bloodline Civil War. When they do that, he's going to go back to doing that for a little while. And I don't think that that's going to be his thing going forward afterwards, but he's going to have to do that. And that's going to be like a months long to a year long thing that he's going to be in. So any ideas of this whole thing of like Jay needs to be pushed for this or a Rhea story or whatever, all that shit's got to wait, or he's got to get put into something that's going to be done in the next 2 months.
He's already in it because he wants Rhea so damn bad. And you know who has the fucking belts? The tag team belts? Exactly. Judgment Day. And then they're going to have Jimmy and Roman come back and they're going to be on Raw. And then Jimmy and Jay are going to get the tag team belts. And then Tongas, they're going to get the fucking Smackdown belts. There you go. You got your tag team match right there. There you go. Bang, bang. Don't send me the check yet. Still got a lot more to write. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, we got to keep anybody who's not part of this family out of this, honestly, because it's just ugly and gross.
Yeah.
So get out of here. It's like the Family Guy thing when they all had their hands down, like hands inside, and then Seamus put his little wood peg in, and then Peter's just like,
no, not you. Not
That's literally how I feel about if they put Cody or Sammy in that bloodline. She's like, come on, just please no. Get this fucking out of here.
Yeah, I think that I think honestly, if they just keep what they should do is what they've been doing with Tongaloa, is just make him some side manager character. I don't know, make him like some, because it would make it easier for the bloodline when Roman comes back for them to not have to worry about that fourth member. You know what I mean? Like they can just be like, well, Tongaloa, he was wearing an eye patch, by the way. He was fucking on Smackdown. I don't know if that was the second show or not. I don't remember. Fuck.
Yeah, something could have happened to him where he had to put it on.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anywho, to Raw though. Yeah, we're fully set up for a Braun Breaker, Dragunov. They haven't said it yet, but they said it without saying it by making the whole thing happen on Raw between them. So,
yes. Also, side note, because I hate the man, Sammy almost killed Ilya during their match. He went for the whatever that corner turnbuckle bomb, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh,
and bro landed like right on the top of his head instead of like kind of like rolling in with it. Like bro, like straight landed just flat top of his head and then rolled back and was like,
yeah, the fucking corner exploder bomb. Yeah, you reckless Sammy. Easy, bro.
Fuck.
The segment between Damian and Gunther, I liked. I thought that was real good. And they're smart with Gunther to keep his segments short because that man cannot go very long on the mic. You can see it. He's just like, how much longer do we have to do this? Fucking, how much longer do we have to talk for? I want to kick your ass. But him hitting at Damian being homeless and him hitting at that made the heel Gunther bigger and made the babyface Damian bigger. Because now everybody's going to sympathize with Damian. And that's real heat on Gunther.
Yeah, real cunt.
Yeah,
real dog cunt.
I told Reese when she got home that day, I was just like, Gunther's a real piece of shit because he was making fun of Damian for being homeless, and you don't fucking do that to a guy. You don't fucking make fun of him for that. He had to, fucking, yeah, real heat. From me to Gunther, but also Gunther's the fucking man. He's so good. Drew's suspended again. Funny segment where that was Drew's. I hate to say he's just so funny all the time, but he's just so perfect at everything he does, and that was just such a funny segment of them all accepting, like, all right, well, we're gonna get past this. All we need you to do, Drew, is apologize to these refs. Drew's like, okay, wait, no, I'm not doing that. Drew, it's simple. All you have to do is say, I'm sorry to these guys.
No.
Every man with an anger issue, which is probably like 60% of the crowd, was all like, yeah, no, fuck that. Don't apologize.
Like this is literally all your fault as an incompetent manager, bro. There's no legit. There shouldn't have been any reason for CM Punk to just be able to do what he did, which is, with hey, no you got an extra ref shirt? You got a all right, cool, yeah, thanks. Fucking this man over in his home, his house. He went into his house, took a huge shit on the kitchen table.
Yeah,
right there, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? And then I don't even remember what the other ref was there for, or what event he played. But yeah, still, fuck the refs. There's only one good ref. And I don't know their name because I don't care for them.
Charles Robinson?
Don't know his name. Don't care.
Okay, well, Charles Robinson's been a ref for 20 years. He's the most legendary ref of all time, and he was there last night. So
is he the blonde dude?
He's the blonde dude, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, he good. I was so excited. I told Reese because I had her watch WrestleMania 40 with me the night before, on Thursday night. And I pointed out Charles Robinson, and I was like, he probably won't be there though. I was like, it's an Omaha show. I don't know. He was there, and I was checking. I was like, it's Charles Robinson. Charles Robinson's in the ring.
You were probably the only person who was hyped for
me and the two weird hype dudes that also really loved wrestling that were sitting next to Reese. They also were freaking out about Charles Robinson being out there. I was like, let's go. I think there's one more thing I wanted to talk about in Raw. Oh yeah, well the Uncle Howdy thing. Bray, God damn it, with Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas. Yeah, very cool segment. I thought that was interesting. I very much like it. I very much disagree with Bully fucking Bubba Ray, because he's like, these segments are done, they're ruined, and I'm like, how so? That was awesome. He comes out, he gets jumped by the Creeds. Now the Creeds are now in full faction with Gable, and then the crew is already suggested to be so strong and scary that you guys just run away. You don't even stand and fight them. Oh, perfect cinema.
And I saw the best explanation for why he would even say that. It's like, he gets paid to say controversial shit. And I was like, all right, so I'm never going to take anything he says as face value ever.
Forgot he's
and
on
I
that
already
Legend
didn't
contract.
Because I don't care. It's like, bro, you don't wrestle anymore. You talk about wrestling. I don't care what you have to say anymore. You're not there anymore. You understand the business. Cool, whatever. You ain't there no more.
Yeah.
Just stop, because all you're doing is just showing more discourse to the casual public who listen to fucking podcasts, and you're fucking shit up.
For sure.
And then it's gonna be the talent's fault, and it's like, no, it's not. But all right, you got it.
It's in line with the people on Twitter. He's in line with people on Twitter that are like, it's a shame because he should know better, more than the Twitter people, but obviously not. Where like, I see shit about the Wyatt Six stuff, same as I see about the Bloodline stuff, where people are like, who else is tired? I specifically saw one today, like, who else is tired of seeing like the Bloodline just stand tall every week with Cody beat up? It seems like they have no idea what they're doing. And I'm like, it's long form storytelling. They beat up Randy in front of Cody. Now they beat up KO in front of Cody. And now next week, who knows? Do you know? I'm like, do you know what's going to happen? Who are they going to beat up next? Maybe they'll just beat up Cody. Who knows? But it's telling a long form story, and people are just like, no, it's dumb. You keep doing the same thing. I'm like, well, what would you have them do? Just already do fucking tag team matches as the Wyatt Six already? What did we do? What are you talking about?
Those people, if they just have another question for every single one of your answers, it's just like, all right, whatever. You're just here to argue. That's fine. You can kill yourself, though.
You can feel the no joy that they have as you're asking the questions, and or as they keep asking, like answering the questions, and you're like, okay, you have no joy in this. I see. I get it now.
You're creating a whole lot of carbon monoxide right now. Not even dioxide, monoxide. You're breathing poison to everyone. Shut up. I'm going to chop your hands off and then handcuff you and then put you in front of a computer.
Man,
what are you going to do then?
You chose extreme violence today, huh?
Because those type of people piss me off more than anything. It's like, you're just taking up air right now. Yeah. Shut up. Go stand in the corner or something, bro.
Yo, you know who loves to do that? Ian. Ian loves to argue for argue's sake.
No, I know that. I do that with him on purpose sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, I know he's going to just keep going.
Oh, shit.
An example was when we were talking about Jacob's age, and I was just I'm like, dude, I'm just kidding. I know.
Yeah. That was a funny day. I just want to say this about NXT real quick, and then I'll also say that I'm thinking about just doing like kind of how I did for Heatwave, where like every week or so I'll just do like a little solo update where I just go like, hey, here's what happened on NXT, and here's what I think, because it's short and easy to do. But I just want to say, shouts out the Rascals coming back. I said it in the chat. This Rascals run's gonna be fucking sick. It's the number one thing to talk about on NXT right now, besides yet again Joe Hendry being there. And he was just on commentary, and he's the biggest thing to talk about being there. Again, not to down. I'll probably record. It was a pretty big episode of NXT. Obafemi versus Duke. Very good match. All the shit that happened on there. You know, Thea Hale finally getting more push as she should. Probably not going to beat Roxanne, but you know. Any hoodlealer.
My only problem with them doing these trios factions and shit.
No trios.
Just make a trio belt.
Yeah.
Like, Seriously, you keep playing with the idea of it, and it's starting to piss me off a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like you have these factions for no reason. Then
I totally agree, because it's like you keep making them. Like, you just made another. You in the past week, you've made three factions. I believe they made the women's faction with Shayna and them. That Gallus came back to NXT. The fucking Rascals are back. I'm probably missing one, but I believe a faction. And again, if you count the Bloodline, that happened in the past few weeks. I mean, like, you got factions on factions on factions in the WWE right now.
I think at the end of Mercedes' match, actually, what was funny about it was just like it was supposed to be like a Hope Core edit of Mercedes' match this Wednesday, and like all the funny moments in the match, because she's just, of course, her opponent is basically carrying the match a little bit.
Yeah, I saw
but then
that.
at the end, when she wins, she goes up to someone who has a sign that says DMD over CEO. So she takes it and rips it. But the person standing there with a fucking Sting mask, and I'm like, I love Britt Baker so much more for this dumb shit. It was her behind the fucking Sting mask. You just did the Sting gimmick, and I'm like,
hell yeah.
That was random as fuck, but okay.
Yeah, I just saw that clip this morning. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I don't know who she is, but
nah, Britt Baker. I think she was in WWE for a while as a different under a different name.
Okay.
And then I think she either got hurt or she got pregnant. And then after that, she left to AEW, and then I think she got hurt again, and that's why like her return was kind of a big thing. I think at Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
The fuck is Forgotten Kingdom?
You just read my Kingdom shirt.
No, that's a fucking Jurassic Park movie. It's something Kingdom, maybe Lost Kingdom. I don't know.
Lost Kingdom, I think. I don't know. We're just taking shots in the dirt here now. The thing about Mercedes is that, and you know, I just talk about it all the time, but it's something that needs to be talked about ever since it happened. It's that she has creative control. I don't care about her matches anymore. I think the matches are great. I mean, again, considering the last one that we're talking about, that lady who I don't even know who she is. I want to know who she is. She was amazing. That viral the viral part of the match. Have you lost your mind?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I don't know her name.
That shit was hilarious.
That was funny.
And what sucked is that the moment I saw that, at first I saw the clip of, she already had Mercedes, so I didn't know who it was. So then I saw the clip of it being Mercedes, and I was like, oh, I care about who this woman is, but I don't care about this match anymore because I know Mercedes is gonna win because she has full creative control. She will eventually drop the belts. Like, let's not play full stupid here. Like, at some point there will be an argument where either she will just leave and just drop the belts because they want her to, and she says, no, I have full creative control, etc. Or she will finally come to and realize that she's not all she thinks she is, and that she needs to drop the belts in order to push forward more talent, XYZ, more storyline. But there's only, like I've said, and it's just there's not a lot of example to go off of. So unfortunately for her, I can only go off of, like, there's been one man who's had creative control, and it was the worst fucking idea that you could have ever done. And I don't think you're any different. Mercedes Monet, aka that doesn't work for me, brother.
See, I would totally agree with you here, but after the EVP and the Coda backstage thing with Mercedes, I'm all in.
What happened?
Because obviously Coda doesn't really speak like a lot of English, so he whispers to the EVPs and he's like, "Hey, blah blah blah, have her do this," and then they were like, "Hey, Akoda." No, they didn't even call him Akoda. They're like Rainmaker, and it's like, damn, it's a whole title now. It's not even like, hey, this is a nickname. They just let Rainmaker wants to see you do your little dance. And then after she does her CEO dance, they cut back to Coda. The belt's like half draped off. He's wiping his face because he's sweating. He's just like, God damn, this bitch is so bad. And it's just like, thank you. Have some comedy with him. A lot of people hate the comedy with him because they're just like, wow, he was such a decorated wrestler over in New Japan, and then he come over here and just does all these jokes. And it's like, maybe bro wanted to just have some fun for once. He's been wrestling like since early 2000s, dog. Like, let him have some fun. So I just want to see where that goes with them because it should be funny.
Yeah. I say it all the time. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with comedy and wrestling. People still think there's a problem with it. I'm like, wrestling needs comedy like that, and wrestlers need that to loosen up. It's not that fucking serious, dog. I mean, it's serious, but it's not that serious. Let's have some fun.
Like y'all loved it when Triple H was doing it. You love DX, don't you?
Yeah.
Anybody else is funny? It's just like y'all got a goddamn problem with.
So Smackdown.
Down of Smacks.
I went to Smackdown. Guys, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you saw. I went to Smackdown. I got me a Cody Rhodes t-shirt with
still has the
Pharaoh.
sticker on it.
Yeah, I do still have the sticker on it. I'm gonna keep the sticker on it until I wash it.
So it's gonna stay there forever, is what you're saying.
Yes. Going to a Smackdown event, going to any wrestling event, it was incredible the whole way through. Loved every single moment of the event. They filmed Speed at the top of the show. So no spoilers for who's gonna win Speed next week.
Not that anybody watches it. Oh.
Couple things about our experience. One, where we were sitting, I got to sit next to a really old guy, like a really old white dude with a big beard, and he was like a classic old wrestling fan. He was very quiet, didn't have much to say, but when his wrestlers that he liked, like KO and like the Street Profits and shit like that, were like wrestling, when they were fucking when they were going at it, he'd be like, yeah, kick his ass. And then he'd just sit back down, or he'd just like relax a little bit. And I'm like, hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. I love this old man right here. He's a classic wrestling fan. Dude, he loved KO. When KO came out, he really got up.
Maybe he's Canadian.
Maybe. Couple things to take away from the night. Reese has new favorite wrestlers, that of which being the Street Profits and Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
It's kind of weird that the four of them aren't just a faction.
I know,
almost.
Right?
But also that would just be more credit to Triple H being racist.
100%.
And segregating all of WWE like Vince did.
Bro, could you imagine like what was the MVP fucking faction?
Hurt Business.
Hurt Business, bro. The Hurt Business with like Cargill and Bianca and fucking the Profits in it, bro. Come on.
And then Vince was like, that's a good idea. Give it to Roman. And it's like, what?
Why? We love Samoans. Are you sure it's The Rock like fucking using them like a puppet? We love Samoans. Samoans are the best here. Yeah, first thing that Reese said about Bianca Belair and Jade when they were out there dancing, the videos I sent in, Reese goes, that's a bad bitch in there. I'm like, yeah, I know. Reese kept talking about her hair. She's like, that hair must weigh like 5 pounds. I'm like, yeah, it's just crazy shit. Pretty good stuff. She also likes Michin. Really liked Michin. Kimiko! Keeps calling her Kimiko.
That's racist.
It is.
Because she's black and Korean.
And then she's not too sure who's thicker, whether it be Bianca Belair or Cody. Because there's a point where we could see very clearly, the camera wasn't on him, but Cody, when KO was getting beat up, Cody was waiting for a tag, and he was bouncing up and down on the apron like this. His butt was sticking out, and Reese was like, hey, he throwing it. I'm like,
damn. Damn, boy, you think.
I told her, stop doing that. He's trying to get a tag. She's like, yeah, but look at him, though. I was like, poor man's trying to get a hot tag. Yeah, he's trying to get a hot tag in the wrong way, though. Somebody from the crowd's about to be like, I'm tagging in. Fuck it. Very funny stuff. Something that was interesting that they decided to do is that when you're at the arena, they have this so when you see everybody's lights flickering and shit like that from their cameras and stuff, they have this Arena FX app that they have you download, and it's pretty cool. It's like you download the app, then all you have to do is you just turn it on when they tell you to, and when people's entrances start, like Andrade's or Tiffany Stratton, you just hold up your phone on the camera and it'll just start doing the light for you in an effect, and you're like, pretty cool. The problem is that they don't tell anybody as you're getting into the arena. So they tell you like 2 to 4 minutes before Andrade comes out. she's like, all right, Omaha, there's the QR code on the screen and on the Bigtron. Scan that QR code, download the app, and Andrade's music's gonna start, and let's light up this arena with the FX. And it's just a bunch of people who are like, yeah, I'm on it. And then even more people who are like, hold on, how do I? And I can't scan it. Me, who's already a couple beers deep, I'm like, I can't fucking get it to work. And like, it just, so it's like, if you look at the match, you're like, wow, it looks pretty good. Could have been way more, but I was watching people be like, I can't fucking do it. They just drop their phones and be like, no, I'm not doing it.
All you gotta do is turn your goddamn flashlight on. Fuck that app.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Some people, I think I saw some people just doing that, just turning on their flashlight and being like, I'll just do this. But it would have helped if like it coming into the arena, you had signs that were like, scan this to help out with entrances. So that way when you tell people, they're already like, oh yeah, I already downloaded that coming into the arena. Good to go.
No.
Another funny thing that happened was just like some 17-year-old, we were waiting in line to buy the shirt, and they were selling a world championship, the one on Raw, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt. They were selling that for like $600, like an actual replica one. Just some kid came up and was like, let me buy that. Just some 17-year-old by himself, put it on his shoulder, and they were like, they gave him the carrying case for it, and he was like, I'm good, I'll take it because it's mine, but I'm good. And then he just walked away like this with it, and I was like, he's just walking around with $600 on his shoulder right now.
That's what bosses do. They just flex.
Big flex. Oh yeah, 100%. But let's talk about the show of SmackDown. Pretty decently strong show, I think. It's kind of a biased perspective because I was there, so I was excited for pretty much everything that was happening. And I don't know how I just watched it, like to see what it was actually playing for the show. Still same perspective. I was like, still pretty good, except for the fact that Chelsea Green had to count the goddamn lights. I was so upset about that. And so quickly too. What? I'm a Chelsea Green fan.
So am I, but she's going against Bianca.
I know.
What she would mean.
That's exactly.
She already got over on her. She got over on her just to get in the Money in the Bank. That was her lick back.
Reese was like, "What'd you expect?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know, a little bit more than that. That's what I thought." Solidly booked SmackDown. Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. I was talking about that the week before. Great. It's exactly what happened. Both got elevated in that match. Neither one of them got, Andrade won. Obviously Andrade was going to get put over, and that's good because Andrade, you can start seeing it now, and for sure they could drop it at any moment, but the push for him is coming. He's speed champion. He's on TV regularly. He's going to start, I guarantee he's going to start putting in like more regular like PLEs that require like more guys, like to do a match, whatever it may be, like the Rumble, Chamber maybe, whatever it may be.
Chamber would be nice.
That'd be sick. So I think they're going to start realizing that. And also it's what he wants to do too, right? Like if maybe he doesn't want to do some Chamber shit, who knows, right? But that was a great match, and it was great for Andrade to get put over, but not without Carmelo Hayes kicking out of some crazy shit all night.
Yeah, he definitely was.
So very good stuff. And even sorry, go ahead.
I would say this dude that I follow on TikTok, like he does, I guess like updates every now and then, like throughout the week for shows. Mm-hmm. But he was like, I hope Triple H isn't doing what Vince always did. And it was basically saying just for black people, like they're always getting screwed over in matches and not getting put over, and they're just constantly getting buried. Mm. And it's like, I see what you're saying, but definitely not in this match, like not in this context. Because it's like, you got to remember, because the main thing he brought up was him being brought up from NXT, and it's like, okay, remember, JD McDonough got brought up from NXT, and we ain't see nothing but him getting his ass beat for a year and a half.
For sure.
Look at him now, tag team champs.
Exactly.
It's like, bro, just let the process go. Hopefully it doesn't end up like that, because we definitely saw it going that way with Naomi.
Yeah.
And I was getting heated with that shit, like even from the beginning, to the point where I don't like Tiffany Stratton. So like, I see what he's saying, but it's like, I don't think that's happening to him in this context, especially how he started out.
Right.
This man got drafted and immediately was like, "Hey, Cody, let me get that.
Let's do a match. Let's run it." Yeah. And it's probably the best performance I've seen from Carmelo since he's been drafted, honestly. That he had what everybody in the arena thought was a botch when he landed that leg drop with Andrade hanging from the rope right there when they were both setting up for what eventually Andrade did, which was like the backward Spanish fly, I suppose. He eventually did that in the match, but they tried to set up for it first, and it looked like Andrade fell and they botched. Wasn't the case. Carmelo was like, used it, set it up for the fucking leg drop through the ropes. Pretty good stuff. Really good. But yeah, he'll get set up for some programs too. Him and Andrade, I think, are on like that same kind of trajectory, with Andrade just being above him because of experience and certain talent that he can do. But same trajectory.
I don't see anything bad happening with him, honestly.
No.
With Carmelo, especially being a heel already, like he didn't have to deal with the face shit. He immediately came in and was pissing people off.
For sure. And
so that would keep him as a heel.
From being, let me say two things about this too, because he's tying together. From being there in the arena and watching the show, no sound pumped in, not a single bit. Everything, every little bit of that sound, exactly how it was. I was watching the clips first last night when I came home. I watched them immediately and matched. I was like, so that way I could remember exactly what was just happening because I was just there. Everything to the quietness, to the cheers, to the boos, nothing's pumped in. And that being said, like that's how good Carmelo is that like he's heel right now, but you can tell that everybody likes Carmelo so much as a wrestler that like we're just going along for the ride with whatever he's doing, because as he's doing moves, people are cheering. I was like looking around, I was like, y'all know he's the heel, right? Like, but they were like, but he's crazy good. Shouts out the Bloodline for hitting every week after week, just fucking dude, Jacob Fatu up there just holding the pose, mean album covers week after week, great vignettes, good shit. And then of course everything they do following up, mean. They're perfect build for them this entire time. I love it.
Yeah. My favorite thing right now is seeing everyone finally basically shitting on Solo, but at the same time, just last year, we're pulling for him to be tribal chief. Like, I love seeing these edits now, and people are like understanding, and I'm like, y'all are like, I don't know if y'all are intentionally being this fucking dumb sometimes, but like, shit be in y'all face all the time. Y'all just don't be seeing it. Or you don't think ahead, really. Right. That's kind of what it really is. They don't think ahead that often.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if you... All right, no, never mind. That's going to get into NA education stuff. Ain't getting into that.
I think there's a portion of people that also, like, even if they thought this is the way it could go, like, didn't believe that it would, because still kind of like... Again, we're only like a year removed from, like, Vince. So it's like... Some people still believe that some things can't happen, but now, like today and as of today, like people know that anything's possible. But at that time, everybody's like, well, that would be cool, but probably won't happen. Again, there's definitely a portion of people who are like just not reading it at all, but other people who are like, no, I see that. Couldn't happen though, right? Can, does, has, happening currently. Crazy.
I just say people suck.
Just like saying this in kayfabe because I actually like them. Just like Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton suck. Because last night they got fucked by Michin and Bailey. What a great thing to do with the Money in the Bank. At first I was like, what's the point of beating up the Money in the Bank? And then I was like, oh. Because it really affects Tiffy like that. Like Tiffy's like, that's my prized possession.
Yep, but now she's gonna get a bedazzled one.
You think so?
Since they broke this one, like, yeah, she's gonna have to get a new case. Because usually everybody is given a new case, or like by somebody, or they have the same one. In her case, this is what's gonna happen. She broke that one, so she's gonna have a brand new one probably come Friday. Because I don't remember who it was, but somebody had a beat up ass briefcase. Like, yeah, like they were beating people's asses with that thing, or they were getting beat with it.
I think it was the Miz's. I think, they have a video in the WWE channel of like they went through all the Money in the Banks and like they were looking at them, I think that was the Miz's possibly, or it might have been John's. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Well, I want to say about the what happened last night.
We got a fat ass.
That's what most people are talking about with that segment. Can I say that when I got on Twitter and fucking everything, that's all most people. They weren't talking about the beat up of the Money in the Bank, the fucking match itself. They weren't even talking about the video segment between Nia and Bayley. They were like, "Damn, Bayley got a big ass," and I was like, "Really? That's okay." I was like, "Yeah, I thought we all knew that, but."
Yeah. So she has a fat ass. Michin is great.
Michin amazing. Taking that bump on the outside.
Yeah, that was fucking terrifying. That was for sure like, oh, she's dead. She's definitely hurting right now.
Oh yeah. Again, in arena experience right here. Everybody in person was like, "Oh shit." The old man next to me. Oh, he was like, "Damn." He was might as well have been like, "Those are some tough bitches." Actually, fucking, it was a pretty impressive bump. Yeah, Michin making a big fan over here at Arisa, like especially at the end where they're like Bayley and Michin are like messing with the case, and Michin's like, "Oops, looks like your case is fucked."
Oops, all berries.
But yeah, shouts out to the WWE for actually planning ahead for the fact that Bayley was gonna open as she was opening the case. I said out loud, I was like, "Don't expose it. Don't do that. No, we all know it's empty. Don't do it." And then instead, an actual full contract envelope thing comes out, and it had like pockets and stuff in the suitcase. It was actually filled out, and I'm like, "Good job,
yeah,
good job." God, how many times have we had to deal with that? Where like a piece of paper flies out of it, and we're like, "What?"
Go ahead.
Can I just say real quick, because I totally forgot. I'm thinking about the match this last night with Cody, like with him and KO and them. This is genuine reaction. I'm watching Cody live. I'm sitting there. I'm like, God, look at Cody go. He's talking, and I'm like, wow. I'm watching Cody Rhodes live right here in person. I'm having this big moment, and all of a sudden I hear A-Town down, and I'm like, no boos, no nothing. I'm not booing. I'm just looking at Reese. I'm like, what the fuck are you? Believe this fucking guys? You believe these fucking jokesters? Pissed me off.
Shout out to what's his name? Not Austin.
Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson throwing fucking Austin into another finisher.
Another one.
For like for the fourth fucking time, bro. Just throws him in. He's like, nope.
When are you guys gonna break up? God damn it. Shouts out Cody, who wasn't trying to hear none of it, by the way. I was like, it surprised me too. I'm like in the middle of them talking, just Cody's like, you know what? Boom, boom. It's my man. That's my champion right there. But also shouts out to the WWE for keeping interest into Waller in theory, because this is where it could have fallen off for them, where they like if they weren't on TV this week, it starts a slow decline. But anyway, good to put them in there against a program with them, even if the Bloodline was just going to come out and fuck them up again.
What they deserve.
Hell yeah. The Jacob Fatu treatment. Oh, man. What excitement. I didn't want the day to end. It was beautiful. It was amazing. What? I mean, okay, so like...
Really? You didn't want the day to end?
Once I got home, I was like, I have energy again, and I don't want this day to end. I just, but yeah, when I was there, I wanted the day to end. I was like, this day is going on too long. And shouts out Cody Rhodes. He really is that fucking dude, because he waits, he comes out after everything's done, and he's like, he talks, he's like, are we off air? He's like making sure we're off air. And then he talks to everybody, he says thanks, and he brought up that's when he brought up that he was going to be stuck. But then he tells everybody thank you and all that, and then just says that he's like, they're going to kick me out at one point, guys. He's like, but I am going to make laps around the ring, and I'm going to sign, take pictures, say hello. Just if you can make it down here, you can. Thank you, but I'm going to go as long as I can. And we sat there for like in our seats just to wait for like the arena to clear out a little bit. He was there the whole time, and he was there up until the point where we were leaving, like up until the point where we were actually getting out of the arena. I could look back and still see people waiting to get signed and stuff by Cody. And I was like telling her, I was like, that's what he does. It's a man of the people right there. Spends hours signing people shit and meeting people after shows. Crazy. It's like a 12-hour shift for him. Shouts out Cody Rhodes. Shouts out SmackDown. Shouts out WWE. I fucking love pro wrestling. Thanks guys for watching.
You love it enough to watch MJF versus fucking Will. Did you watch that yet?
So I watched like the when they do the whole thing on TikTok, you know what I'm talking about? I watched that. Yeah, I did watch that. It was sick. It was dope.
Great fucking match.
Incredible. Was that, do you think that was kayfabe when they put them on the breath thing afterwards, or do you think they actually needed it?
Yeah. Nah, that's a long time to be wrestling.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole match through for that reason, because it's like a bunch of like clips and stuff like that. But yeah, that's insane. It was like what, an hour, right, or something?
Yeah, 59 minutes, 59 seconds. Because they had the time limit up on the fucking screen, and yeah, he fucking hit it with the dynamite ring and fucking just fell on top.
They're thinking, I think Jacob sent this to me about what they think. Somebody did a theory of what they think is going to happen in AEW now, or I don't know if that was you, but I think it was Jacob who sent it to me. Because they're saying Will Ospreay lost that international title, makes no sense because now they're about to go to what's called All In London, right? Which is like their biggest PLE of the year. It's like their WrestleMania, and then they were like, that doesn't make any sense because now you just took the title off of the guy that would like be perfect to go into the title with. But instead, what they're thinking, what this guy's theorizing, I should say, is that MJF is going to go against some guy that I guess just won the opportunity to go for the international title. So they're saying MJF versus him for the international title, but to put in Daniel Garcia, because I guess he's native to the UK as well. So they're saying they should be a triple. I'm not too sure either, but that's what the guy on the video was saying. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I like Daniel Garcia anyway, so that would be a cool triple threat match to help that out, and then to do Ospreay versus Ricochet at All In. And I was like, that would actually be a dope two things to do, to make that triple threat, and then to just do Ospreay versus Ricochet. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I do love wrestling that much.
Gotta check sometimes. Y'all WWE boys be on the WWE.
Gotta be on that WWE tit.
Gotta break away from it.
I switch over sometimes. It
ain't the cool side of the pillow, bro. Gotta have them all. You see how many pillows I got back there? They're like 4. It's too many. 5. I don't know.
I do a solid 2.5.
I only use that one because that's a pillow cube.
No, that's a pillow cube. Sick.
Fucking neck.
Sick. Pretty good. Still too many pillows. You got
absolutely.
You're over there. You got TNA back there. You got New Japan back there. You're watching Marigold back there. Oh shit. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this episode. Please comment down below what you think about what we've been talking about this week, what you think we should be talking about, what we missed in wrestling this week. And please go follow my social media. Go follow us on Twitch. Everything's down there in the show notes below. And we'll see you next week on Growing Up Kayfabe. Bye, guys.